Intuitive viewers, welcome. How is everybody? I hope everyone's doing well. I had to jump on to see what is going on with this Matt Gaetz thing. I'm riveted. I gotta know. So I thought you guys might want to know as well. So I jumped on to look at that. I'm going to look at a couple other things too. This is probably not going to be a very long video, but I wanted to quickly just let you know that my class is up. We had a rough rollout at the beginning. There were just some glitches, but it's all fixed now. So you can go in and buy the separate class. It's the new class. It will say new. It's the intermediate class. And yeah, it's there. It's 20 bucks, cheap. Go get it. go get it if you want it. If you haven't done the other classes, they're still there. So if you wanted to start at the beginning, you can do that. If you didn't do the beginning courses and you just feel like you're a little bit more advanced, this would probably be the best, a good place to start. But it's there, so go ahead and go in and everything's ready to go. And we just had a rough kind of rollout yesterday, but it was okay. After a couple hours, we figured out what was going on and it was fine. But you know, that happened to Obama too with Obamacare. So I'm in good company. But anyway, so I just wanted to let you know that's there. I also want to let you know about a couple other things you might want to take part in. One is a workshop called, it's for women 50 and over. It's called Divine Feminine Rising. It's done by Eve or Eva. She's a psychotherapist, life coach, a workshop facilitator. And she is doing this workshop, and it's for women ready to fully embody and express the power, higher wisdom, universal love, deep compassion, creative potential, and intuitive knowing. And it's basically about knowing your worth, that kind of thing. So it sounds wonderful, and I'm going to put the link below. If you go to the website, you can see all about it, read about the dates, times, cost, everything. So it's all there. It sounds very, very positive though, and really, she sent me a lovely email, and she just seems like she's really, you know, her heart's in the right place. So just check that out. And then our friend Judith, who is a subscriber, longtime subscriber, wanted to let us know about a program called Postcards for Refugees. And it basically is, you just get postcards and write some very loving, uplifting messages to people that are waiting in refugee camps. So it, again, very positive, very loving thing to do. And with Easter coming up, I thought these would be two perfect things to kind of highlight this week. And I'll probably be on Friday or Saturday, but I just wanted to start with these things. And I will put Judith's, all of the information for that will be on the community page. So I'll put the link to the community page. If you have trouble getting to the community page, I put a lot of updates on there, a lot of prayer requests on there, but it is, and you can just check it all the time. It's always updating, but if you go to the main page for Intuitiview, you just hit the icon for Intuitiview, it'll take you to the main page, and just go to the right and hit community, and you're in, okay? And you can chat, you can, you know, leave messages, whatever you want to do. Okay. So there is that. I think that's everything for now, but let's look at Matt Gaetz. I am dying to know what is going on with this guy. If you don't know what happened, he is being investigated. Well, he says he's not. He says he's the victim, which they all are, right? They always say that. But I wanted to look at this because way back in, I think it was, I'm trying to think when it was. I want to say it was during the first, oh, no. You know when it was? It was when he wore that gas mask and did that whole theater garbage thing that he did. I think it was then. I looked at him, and I saw an arrest. So, and this is for entertainment purposes only, particularly this story, because I don't know how it's going to go. But I saw an arrest, and I also saw him like having alcohol problems and stuff like that. And I guess he had been arrested at some point for a DUI, but anyway, I'd seen that back then. And, that's always interesting to me when things come out. And I also wanted to let you guys know something else too. When I look at people, when I look at when we get information on people, I'm just tuning into their energy. So one of the things that I can do is kind of see motivations, how people are feeling, um, where they are, what they're thinking, that kind of thing. I'm not like a mind reader, but I can kind of just tune into them. That is something that I can do. If there's information that is being blocked by kind of them and their guides, I have to accept that. We all have limitations, and I've found that even in private readings, people have asked me to look at, can you check on so-and-so and see how they're doing? Sometimes they'll be you'll feel kind of blocked with certain information just because they don't want you to know. And you don't really have the right to know. It's like it is up to them. But I can tune into their own energy and see how they're feeling, what's going on. And a lot of times we can surmise things from that. But it is kind of, it is guesswork at that point. But there are some things you can see, oh, this is coming. And part of it's because it's in their path, and it's part of their story, but it's going to be public, or it doesn't matter if it's public. It's just kind of one of those things. But there is sometimes information you don't have access to because either you don't need to have access to it, or you can't. It's not time. So it's their personal information. So I just wanted to make that clear in case that was ever a question anybody had about that. Okay, so let me look at him. And this is all about the investigation of him allegedly taking up with a 17-year-old girl and paying for her to travel with him, which apparently meets the requirement for it to be considered trafficking, which carries a heavy penalty. So I just want to look at this and see what is going on with this. And while we're looking at him, I want to look at this guy too, that's always, that he keeps saying is his son, and it's like a grown man, and it's very strange. So I'm going to look at him all around and just see what is going on with him. Addictions. I just heard addictions. He has a lot of addictions. Struggling. I'm seeing the movie Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm trying to think what that movie was. In that movie, he's a fraudster. He's a fraud guy. And I know, this guy that he was mixed up with just got busted for a fraud, taking people's identities and stuff like that. It's a guy in Florida. That's kind of how this came about, I guess, how he even came on the radar of the FBI. So, but there's something to do with fraud. There's going to be something to do with fraud. And I'm looking at him. Remember, I'm looking at Matt Gaetz. So just, there's something to do with Catch Me If You Can. That was all about taking people's identity, fraud, running from the cops, running from the police, running from, getting caught, trying to outsmart the FBI and, the police and stuff. So that's coming through also. And if you guys, when I get these little hits, if you get anything as intuitives, I know there's lots of intuitives that watch this channel, and lots of psychics and mediums. So if you get anything, just, put it in the comments. I always read the comments, and it's always a lot of fun to just see what people get. And, stuff just doesn't come on my radar. It's just the way this works. So we're a team. Okay, so 1 second. There's something about, I'm hearing the song from Les Mis, that I Dreamed a Dream. it's about a prostitute getting pregnant or, having a child and being a prostitute and stuff. But I think it's something about, I think it has to do maybe with thinking his life was going to turn out one way and it's turned out another. Having a dream of maybe being in politics or doing what he's doing, but it's gone topsy-turvy. It's gone awry. It's a nightmare. For some reason, it's turned into a nightmare. But it started out as something that he thought would be positive. And I'm seeing like a scrambling, like get rid of things, hide things, get rid of things. I feel like there's a scramble and there's somebody holding something over his head as well. Like people know things. I don't think there's anything to the extortion thing. I guess, I'm seeing people think holding people over his head, but to me, it feels more like just people, he knows people know things, that kind of thing. But I don't feel like there's money involved. I feel like it's more favors, like I'll do in the House of Representatives. So come forward. I think they're trying to get the girl to come forward, or she has come forward. I just heard come forward, but I feel like it's related to her. So maybe she has come forward. It feels like they're trying to get her to come forward. I'm on the fence on that. I'm not quite sure. Because it feels like now. So I don't know if they're trying to get her to do it now or she's doing it now. This is going to come out, you guys. This is going to come out. What is going on here is going to come out. I have this. Somebody has an in for the story. So I even think it may be like in the papers before, because I know this stuff came out in a New York Times thing, but it's like I have an in. I know I can get the story. So I feel like it's going to be splashed across. I think it's going to be a big thing. It's going to come out. Okay, I'm going to move to this guy that lives with him or whatever. I just heard employee. So he works for him in some capacity. Lure them in. Okay. There's a possibility. The way I'm feeling and the way, and again, entertainment purposes only. I don't have any knowledge about this stuff. I'm just going with, what I'm getting. That he could kind of be playing kind of the Maxwell that worked with Epstein, that kind of role. It feels like there's something weird here. I mean, he could be perfectly innocent, but there's something odd about this. They're saying employee. So he worked for him in some capacity, but it feels, the reason I'm saying that is because it feels underhanded or underground. Um, and lures them in. I'm going to leave that because I'm not sure what this is. And it kind of makes me uncomfortable a little bit because I don't want to, like, say something. They could be perfectly innocent, but it feels like he's, yeah, there's some kind of working relationship here. And it's like there's a payment there. He's giving them. Matt Gaetz is giving him stuff, paying for his education, doing stuff for him, and he's getting something back for that. He's getting something from this guy for that. It doesn't feel like it's like an affair or something like that. It feels like it's like on the tip of my tongue. If you guys get anything, let me know. It's like it's some kind of working relationship that's feels a little seedy or underhanded or something. Okay. There's more. I feel like there's more people involved in this, you guys. Even like in like the Congress, I feel like there's more. I just heard save yourself. So I feel like people may start to turn on each other to save themselves. Or it could be the advice he's getting from somebody. But I just heard save yourself. But it feels like there's other people that are going to be like wrapped up into this. It's not just him. And it's a big story. You know what? I wonder if, and this is pure speculation, but you remember how we talked about Cuomo? There was like a setup. I'm wondering if they knew this might be coming out, and so they push Cuomo out first or something like that. And I'm not saying that Cuomo's innocent. Please don't, I think that he's old school, feely, handsy, touchy, whatever. But I do feel like there's something there, but it's not exactly what we think. But I'm wondering if that may have had something to do with the timing of that. So it's kind of what I'm feeling, and just because he just came up. So I'm wondering if that's why that came out then, why this has kind of been pushed out in front of this, because this feels like a big deal. And I feel like there is a scramble to get rid of stuff, move stuff, get rid of stuff, hide stuff. Okay, so that's what I'm getting, you guys. It's fascinating and it's so yuck. These people are just, I mean, honestly, I don't have one friend that's a sex offender or a sex trafficker. Can you imagine? I mean, how many of these, ugh. Anyway, okay, so let me, I wanted to just check on Giuliani because he keeps coming on my radar and I'm not sure why. I feel like they might be talking to him or he may be talking to somebody. That's the thing about these guys, right? They're all, or mostly guys, they're all very self-serving. As soon as they get in trouble, it was like they might serve jail time, they're going to spill what they know. They're not just going to go to jail, especially when that person is not in power anymore. I mean, they were getting something from Trump, right? They all got pardons. They're going to get something. They're not going to go to jail. They're not going to do that. Unless they're wanting to pay a penance like Michael Cohen, something like that. But Let me look at Giuliani and let me look at Michael Cohen, actually, see what's going on with him. Okay, so Giuliani. Something about a blanket statement, making a blanket statement, something about that. I just saw him in a courtroom. So this is going to go to trial. Whatever this is he's involved in, there's going to be a trial of some kind. And they just said defendant. So yeah, I feel like he's going to go, there's something about this is going to go to trial. I feel like there's a woman coming after him, looking at him and coming after him. A powerful woman. I can't remember if he's in the Cy-Vance thing, but I feel like there's a woman like gunning for Giuliani, just like, yeah. Okay. And again, I had that feeling of just like hiding stuff, getting rid of stuff, holding on to certain things as well. So I've got that. Okay. And then Michael Cohen, let's look at him real quick. I just heard destitute. I think he needs money. He's out of money. Have you guys heard anything about him doing a movie? Because I feel like he's thinking about or maybe doing a movie. Because I feel like it's like I need money but I feel like there's like a movie deal that may happen. I see him in court too, but I feel like he's just going to be testifying. It could be now too, because I know that there's some grand jury stuff going on, but it feels soon. It feels kind of soon. And his energy actually feels pretty like, okay, like it's gonna be okay. But man, every time I tune into him, it feels like Trump's going to jail. If I had to spend a day in jail, he's going to spend a day in jail. He's going to spend time in jail. I just get that from him so strongly. It's like that's his reason for getting up right now is Trump's going to go to jail. And I think he may. I didn't always think that. I know I got a visit from his dad early on saying he's supposed to go to jail. It's part of his story, to kind of put things, turn a corner of some kind. He's supposed to, but we all have been kind of, our hopes have been dashed so many times that it's kind of like, but I'm starting to feel like he may actually go to jail at some point. I feel like Merrick Garland's he's going to go where it goes. He's just going to go where it goes. It doesn't feel like he's even hesitating about, oh, this guy was a president or this guy's a senator or this guy. It's like he's going to go where it goes. This assault on the Capitol made him very, very angry and very determined, because that comes up right away with him. The assault on the Capitol is like that did it. That broke something in him. That was like, no, this is going to go wherever this goes is where it goes. It's going to go. I feel like there might be a couple people leaving too. I feel like they might push a couple people out, or a couple people maybe leaving. Like they may be moving people around a little bit in the Justice Department. We'll see. Okay. Oh, and the vaccines. Somebody wanted me to look at the vaccines. I do feel like at this point, I do feel like we're going to kind of stay ahead of the variants. At least that's where I see it right now. It could change, you know, because people can change and things can change. But to me, it feels like we're a step ahead. We're a step ahead. And the vaccines are okay. There might be some issues here and there. There might be some side effects here and there, but it doesn't feel like any kind of big disasters coming with the vaccines. It feels like it's they've got it. They've got the formula. They've got it figured out as far as what it needs to be. I do actually feel like the treatments, because the treatments actually came before the vaccines, but they were too expensive. I feel like the treatments are going to get a lot better in the next few months. So it won't even be like people don't die from it. It will just, or it will be such a small percentage. It would be very small, but it feels like though that's going to get better and be cheaper, so that it's going to be like, this is what you get when you get this, you get this treatment, and that's what everybody gets. It feels very uniform, you know, it feels like that's what everybody gets. Okay. I think, you know, we're going to hit some, you know, peaks and valleys with this stuff because of the states being, some states being not as cooperative and other ones being very cooperative. So that, you know, has things a little topsy-turvy for a while, but I feel at this point we are a step ahead and the treatments are going to get better. So let's just, you know, keep our energy and positivity going, manifest the end of this. We can do it. Okay. I really, really believe we can. I feel like that's what we're doing. And I feel like the same thing is with Trump in jail. If enough people want to manifest that, it's going to happen. So that's what I'm going to do whenever I see him. That's what I'm going to be doing. I manifest him in jail as soon as I see his face. Okay, so that's what I've got for you guys. I hope you guys have, if I don't see you before Easter, I hope you have a lovely Easter weekend. I know, I think Passover is last weekend, but if you're having Passover week, a long weekend, I hope you enjoy yourself. You know, take some deep breaths. We're through a lot of the difficult times. We're heading into a lot of repairing, you know, a lot of repairing to do, but we'll get there. Okay. And a lot of great stuff actually is happening. It's just taking some time. I know that, you know, as soon as Biden got in, it's like, we want just everything to change around, and it's hard to see that, okay, there is a system in place. This is going to take time, but you do see things happening at a pretty fast clip. And there's some exciting stuff that they're rolling out. So I have a lot of hope. I really do feel like this shift is taking place. It's taking some time, and we've got to just keep moving on and leave these people that want to be in the Stone Age, just leave them back there and let them figure it out. And we'll just keep going on the peace train. That's what we're going to do. Okay, guys. Okay. Have a good one, and we'll see you soon. Check out the classes at www.intuitiview.com. And let me know how you like them too. Okay. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.